Sorry, Skate fans, I'm just not feeling the vibes. Granted, the new Skate is free to play, so at the end of the day, who really cares, right? But then what does that actually say about this as a game? The Skate I knew had an audience that looked like this. It was a skate game for skateboarders, and by extension, anyone cool enough to vibe with skate culture. When I see free-to-play Skate, I don't see that audience. I don't see the lo-fi LARPers at Frog, the queers of There, or the fuckboys at Primitive. I don't really see much of skateboarding actually in this title. When I think of the audience of this free-to-play Skate game, I really just see this. Maybe this. Any kid looking for free games to download, and this one is like bussin' because you can fall downstairs. You know that Grand Theft Auto game our parents won't let us play? The one with the cool ragdoll stunt montages on YouTube? Well, this one will let you do it for free, and it's completely sanitized and safe, and mommy will let me buy skate points to keep me busy while she takes a Xanax nap. I hate to inform my audience this terrible truth, but no, I do not want to play with kids in a corporate-friendly free-to-play game. I wanted Skate 4. I wanted to see my favorite pros do terrible voice acting. I wanted to explore the map unconnected and unbothered. I wanted to just play the damn whole-ass game. Why doesn't EA believe in this title enough to just give us that? Does anyone out there sincerely believe they're not doing a disservice to this franchise by switching to this free-to-play model? Here's my slightly unsanitized corporate cock-sucking answer to that. 1. Skateboarding doesn't have the pull that it once had, so no one actually believes it's worth the risk to fund a full sequel. You should be happy you're getting anything at all, right? Even though this path ensures you will never see the Skate you once loved again. 2. A half-baked low-entry model like an early access free-to-play game allows them to reuse the beloved core gameplay and branding of their old IP for newer markets. Effectively, they're not starting from zero and can exploit their old fans' desperation to carry them to their real target market, Chinese kids with smartphones. 3. This gives them the flexibility to fine-tune what markets they can exploit to ensure they receive a larger revenue stream over time. But of course, they're never going to be as blunt about this as I am. A creative director on this new Skate stated that, "It's an authentic evolution of the franchise, taking what Skate 3 was in 2010 and bringing it to now and to the future. That is not only an evolution of the franchise, but it's an evolution of where skateboarding is and was from 2010 to now, and also where games are from then to now." What a mouthful of bullshit that is. I want everyone to soak in this text right here. This is the most disgusting corpo drivel I've ever laid my eyes on. I would feel threatened by anyone talking to me like this. I mean, it actually gets worse. I can't read anything from these fucking disgusting goblins. EA pushes out some of the most inauthentic people to say this shit. Imagine loading into the map and being greeted with a giant ragdoll Plinko board. According to these people, that's what Skate fans want. Fall Guys. This parkour shit they're subtly pushing is total feature creep. It's one thing to give a character the ability to scale a ladder, hop a fence to find new spots. It's another to let them do acrobatics and really lean into the idea that maybe players don't want to skateboard. Maybe they want to play on a jungle gym or scale a skyscraper and commit suicide. Wait until they add the parachuting skydive feature for 50,000 skate points. I guarantee you, man, I've spoken to marketers in charge of focus groups, and believe it or not, a shot like this was probably added because it slightly resembles the Fortnite Battle Bus drop. The core audience of a franchise game is almost never actually thought about because on the datasheet, they're already projected to have taken your money in some way and are instead focused on growing beyond what you think of a core fan of the game actually is. Even though this is a free-to-play game and you can get all snarky about how they're not actually taking your money, you are effectively an active user or an NPC to populate this world, while they focus their real energy into converting Fortnite fans into potential Skate fans. It sounds a little schizo, but I've seen some foul shit actually disrupt features of a game as a direct result of vocal focus groups upset that the games don't play like Call of Duty. These companies are always looking for ways to make their game more appealing to players of a much more popular game, even if the game itself in no way, shape, or form has any business going that route. This asshole says you don't know when you jump into the city, what's being built, what was built, or what's going on. You jump in and it's like, oh shit, what is that? Like a human Plinko wall? I need to go check that out. And collabo zones you will make appear in the world for other people in real time. Ooh. Collabo zones, of course, only available to SkatePoint subscribers, ensuring that some rich kid's Discord server will be griefing the entire area. But that's fine. If you're a big influencer with a large following, have them donate to you so you can buy more space in the collabo zone with your SkatePoints. Yeah, man, I would love to coexist with these people in my game. I'm noticing a lot of hand-wavy answers to these issues like, we'll figure it out as we go, we'll iron things out, we'll see what happens. I'm wondering if the original leak was on purpose as a publicity stunt to recondition people into accepting this broken, fucked up aesthetic directionless game as being the new normal through repeated exposure. According to EA themselves, it took like 2 or 3 years to make the original Skate. The whole thing. The innovation of the Flickit system, the map, the pros, the multiplayer, everything. Look at what they accomplished in just a year. Pure innovation of gameplay never seen before. The free-to-play Skate isn't innovating shit. It's copying the blueprints of what came before it, but at a snail's pace. Because there's no real deadline. There's no real goal. They're just trying to get it playable enough to see who will buy whatever in-game upsell they spill onto the players, and that'll be the new direction. Why are we like 5 years still in development looking at textureless blocked-out maps? Still waiting on the art department to outsource a gray concrete texture? Or is it just here symbolically to remind everyone that your new Skate experience will always feel incomplete?
Yeah, I just want to add on to Jeff's points. I think self-expression, accessibility, and inclusivity are definitely the core of skate culture. And I really like how skateboarding is providing a platform where everyone is encouraged to explore and push their boundaries without gender limitation. So,
what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you actually saying? This is insane. You know what's also androgynous? Your textureless map. I can't make out what it's supposed to be. This scripted, roundtable, approved talking point, astroturfed corpo bullshit is astoundingly sickening to bear witness. You made all the clothing items available to wear because nothing is gender-locked. Just say that and move on. I wouldn't even announce that as a fucking feature, honestly. And don't act like going genderless was a righteous move on your part. That just makes it easier for people to buy more clothing options, hairstyle options, accessories, and so on. Your microtransaction digital wardrobe model stands to only benefit from removing these gender restrictions. It probably ends up being less work as well. To all the trans homies out there, don't fall for it. If a corporate entity is behind the message, you can assure yourself it's a calculated attack. These people want you to fucking starve to death as long as it helps them see a slight uptick in revenue. This little ritualistic nodding they do. Powerful. Powerful.
It's anybody can wear anything. It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
They say that to each other. These aren't real people. This is called a confidence trick. These 4 people nodding with each other like ritualistic fucking freaks, bouncing off each other. Oh, what you said there was really powerful. It was really, really powerful. It's our mission to bridge hope, make connections. You're making a free-to-play microtransaction fall-down simulator. You fucking fucks. A game that will more than likely act as a vampire to continuously feed off the poor fucktards who will cave into buying your shit points after they see 1,000 notifications of your non-stop advertising of them. This is one of the most disgusting examples of corporate virtue signaling I have ever seen. Trying to turn a feature that ultimately makes it easier for them to make money into some kind of self-righteous, morally correct stance that they're taking for the greater cause. Just get Leo Baker or Marby on the roster to... oh, right, that we're not actually supporting skaters, much less trans skaters, but we'll totally suck ourselves off like we're doing something powerful. Fuck you.
it's the character that I used recently in the game. Personally, I want to be someone who's completely different from how I look in real life. Like, I want to change my hair color every day in the game, whereas in real life,
You don't play this game, you lying-ass bitch. You're a designer? This character looks like fucking shit. You made a crackhead with your privileged-ass RISD degree. You have designed your ultimate fantasy in character design. A crack-headed granny with a disgusting, I might add, green skateboard. I can barely make this shit out. What does it say? This shit hurts my eyes.
I also picked the light green color for the wheels to echo with the rest of the color palette. So I overall feel like customizing the board is really like making an art piece, which is very fulfilling.
I like the checkerboard pin. It's, you know, the deck, the way people set up their deck is so personal and so important. You know, there's so much you can do in there. There's so much customization. It's like a little art form in itself, a little medium in itself. Almost.
Blah, blah, blah. What, haven't you played a skate game before? You could always do this. Look at this crazy shit, man. I'm about to fucking vomit. It's making me sick. This is like 3 placeholder spots you can put a texture over. Remember when they had a complete web app that let you make your own board graphics? And to be fair, even that was kind of bullshit because as with all web apps, the service eventually died and you can't actually do this anymore. At least with the Tony Hawk games, they had the feature built in, which ironically also had some face upload service with GameSpy that died after a year. Moral of the story, embed the feature within the actual software of the game so players can use it for themselves forever. Like, if that doesn't tell you that live service features are doomed to fail bullshit, then I don't know what will. We're pretty much looking at a dead game walking here, but actually it feels more like a dead game crawling. Completely fascinating to watch this unfold again and at a scale this large.
Obviously, we talked about we want the player to be able to wear all kinds of different things to express the person that they are, or the person that they want to be, or whoever, whatever it is they want to put together.
This video is like an MK Ultra experience for me. This is like a weapon and it's activating the codes within my psychological mapping.
Beside that, and gradually we want to bring in things which are not necessarily the kind of things that you would see somebody wearing in a skate park, or you see a pro skater wearing, allowing people to get into slightly broader fashion, you know, starting to bring in some high street stuff.
There it is. There it is. Keep in mind, this is exactly what it's always been about. Every change they talk about is actually doublespeak for, how can we make this less like a skateboarding game? How can we make it appeal to more and more and more people?
Some of the things that were a little more surprising were like the popularity of our skeleton outfit. It's like a skeleton mask plus a bodysuit that looks like someone painted a skeleton bones onto it. We've set it up as one of the things that's harder to get, and it's become this prestigious thing that players are showing off. It's great to see that things that aren't from real world brands are also popular and people like them. So I also think it's a good representation of the way that we want to approach that kind of clothing option, like the things that you might not see at the skate park down the street, but it's not totally unrealistic to see someone wearing it or skating in it.
This dude is straight up bullshitting people right now. They got this shit from Ribsman. This guy is tripping over himself to avoid saying where they stole his gimmick from, which by the way, he's actually in another game called Session. And man, that's actually an entire conversation in and of itself. The skateboarding community has embraced Skater XL. They've embraced Session. Who the fuck is backing this? All this talk about what the core skate scene wants and what it's like, and there's not one pro attached to this. Those poor bastards with no healthcare aren't getting paid for making skateboarding what it is for you people to leech from with your bullshit. And here you fucks are talking about it as if you're the ambassadors of what's core.
Your time in skate is going to be valued. Like, we're stoked that you're playing the game. We're gonna reward you for playing. Regardless of how you play or how much you play, we want you to be earning rewards, getting the customization options that you want.
Translation, our shit free-to-play game is going to weaponize Skinner box psychology on you so you keep playing regardless if it's actually fun.
But like a real skate shop, we need to keep our lights on, so there's gonna be a store for the people that want to spend. There's gonna be cool clothing options for you to look at.
Oh yeah, real fucking clever to reference the broke-ass skate shop owners out there. You people are the zoomies of the gaming industry, by the way. Fuck you.
Continue to update the game and refresh content and, you know, be timely and representative of the culture. Like, maybe you guys can shed a little bit more light on our goals there.
Right, like it's the launch pad, if you will. Like, there is so much more to come.
Absolutely, and it's going to go beyond just the brands and the types of things that we bring in. Like, there will be completely new types of clothing that you can wear, and there will be new ways to engage with brands, or we'll have new events. Like
clothing. All these people have at the forefront of their minds is selling digital clothing. Imagine having a one-of-one virtual skate shirt you can trade among players, where EA takes a transaction fee each time. Oh, that'd be great.
So there's more content, potentially for more events. I mean, Yolanda, is there gonna be more customization options, potentially?
And then this fucking round shithead chimes in like he's not having a rehearsed conversation. Just like, more clothes means more content in the game, which means more events to showcase the clothes. Fucking awful.
We mentioned brand partners a few times. I feel like that's probably the thing that people are really excited to hear about. They're super core and super important to us to establish a baseline for our identity in terms of what we're wanting to represent, right? And so maybe you can speak to that.
The idea is to be able to have these bigger, more, let's say, lifestyle brands, getting down to more core skate brands where it's, you know, part of the fabric of skateboarding, like things like Girl and Chocolate that we've shown already.
Oh, so now we're talking core, huh? They're talking about core skateboarding and their go-to is girl and chocolate and Vans. Credibility, authenticity, genuineness.
If we can start to have that conversation with sneaker culture, it would be so fantastic. You know, imagine we get our colorway that we've designed with a company in the game, and then imagine one day that comes out in the real world, and suddenly we're part of that conversation with fashion, with skateboarding.
This is once again a confidence trick. Vans notoriously makes like a million color... All right, so my laptop battery died. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell you that you have to follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You've got to do the needful. This is your final opportunity to do so you don't want to fuck this up. So do that right now. And yeah, let's get back to the video. I'm going to be completely honest with everyone right now. This is one of the most fucked up videos in gaming or otherwise that I have ever seen in my entire life. This should be mandatory watching material for anyone studying corporate-funded propaganda. These people want you to die a slow, agonizing death as they drain your life force of skate points and time.
And we will continue to have more opportunities for you to join us. There's still time to sign up and become a Skate Insider and join in the fun with console playtesting coming this fall.
Nope, I don't do playtest work for free, bitch. You better pay me for my time. I want these game developers to crawl on their hands and knees through broken glass and rusted shards of metal to beg me, please Flippy, please play our game. And I will look down and I will whisper, no. This whole Skate Insider thing is a fucking sham. Your feedback is wasted bandwidth to stress test their servers. If you think they're really listening to the Skate Insider community, then they'd make a fucking actual skate game. Oh, they're listening to feedback all right. The approved feedback. It's just another confidence trick. They already know what they're going to do, but now they can say whatever bullshit they want because they let thousands of Skate Insiders flood their inbox with suggestions they'll never actually read. We read your feedback that players really love the colorways and want more variants. Is that what they're saying? Who the fuck picked these comments to read, and where did they come from? They didn't come from the YouTube comments section because if you think they're listening, then where the fuck is offline mode people have been spamming for months? We read your comments and ignored them. What are you, fucking stupid? They don't give a fuck about skate fans. In 2024, the games industry made more money on microtransactions than it did selling a complete product to the player. Skate is just another victim of this very lucrative business model. Even in this latest playtest email, they're like, we hope you're enjoying the playtest, and by the way, it's very important that we collect data on how you spend your virtual currency. It's obvious that's the only reason this game was greenlit in the first place. Not because it's some passion project of the developers or they care about the passion of the community, but because to a bunch of corporate drones, microtransaction cosmetics earned them a fuck ton of money, and there's nothing more cosmetic than skateboarding. From the shoes, to the pants, to the shirts, to the graphics, besides The Sims, you couldn't ask for a more cosmetic-driven activity to make a game about. Free-to-play Skate is basically trying to simulate that aspect of skateboarding for virtual kooks. They want their skate creators to make cool videos with these cosmetics so kids will buy them, but it's very clear that they're trying to completely short-circuit this process. Rather than make a good, solid game that stands on its own to attract a community that they can then upsell and shape, they instead give us a half-baked lifestyle simulator that they've been aggressively guilt-tripping their fans into liking because the poor multi-billion-dollar company is just trying their best. They talk about this like it's an evolution in gaming, but this is regression. Every iteration of the Skate franchise had multiplayer, had a well-defined map, had a well-defined system. Oh, they tweaked a few parameters on the Flickit system, and I don't give a fuck, okay? Skating around this Toontown-ass map with nothing to do but emotes like a 12-year-old, I don't fucking care. I mean, they're saying so much sketchy shit here. The city will evolve, the soundtrack will evolve, maybe the game will evolve. Maybe one day they'll kill the game completely and all those digital clothing items you bought will be gone forever. Somebody told me I should give the developers a break because EA is barely giving them any funding to work from. But then what the fuck does that actually say about this entire project? If their risk assessment for the budget is choking the game of progress at this stage, do you think it'll ever actually make it to launch and not die out within 2 years? I know. I'm a negative person. I'm a bitter, I'm fucked up. I get it. You people are disturbed by my crass language and my harsh words. You might say, Flippy, relax. These people would never laugh at you from their floor-to-ceiling windowed, opened office while you were getting butt-fucked in the street. But you don't know the pain that I've been through with winning putt. Oh yes, I was like you once, naive and hopeful. I bought into Bandai's winning putt fantasy with all the promises that came with it. Evolving courses, they said. Customizing clothes for every season, every holiday a new event, with new clubs and new personalized cosmetics. Free to play, but it was so fun to play with the winning putt community. It was like a rite of passage to buy an array of new outfits to wear so you could show other players that you were the real deal. And it wasn't like the other golfing games from 20 years ago. It was truly progressive. You could swap outfits for every hole. You could have genderless outfits and lesbian golfers kissing on the green. It sounded like a never-ending dream come true. And then one day they shut down the servers and it was all gone. Nothing but a memory. And all the money I spent that I now wish I had is also a memory. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. I love the Skate series too. But nothing about this looks complete. They're pushing microtransactions to playtesters. So effectively, these Skate insiders are pretty much working on an unfinished game for free, and now they're paying with real-world money to help beta test store items. There's so much wrong with that. They say they want this game to last forever, but when have we seen anything like that? If this game releases this year, it will surely be in a janky state, and the result of that will be a sharp spike and decay in players as the game fails to live up to the hype. The only thing that's truly keeping this title afloat right now is that it stands on the shoulders of 3 beloved titles in the series, and Skate fans still believe in what those games have built. EA is preying on the desperation of Skate fans to keep the hype up for them, but they obviously have ulterior motives to springboard off that hype and capture this incredibly vague lifestyle market that is much larger and much more lucrative than these dedicated Skate fans. As more of them actually play this game and realize it's not the same experience, what's the landscape going to look like then? How many times can we truly see the same marketing montage of rag dolls tumbling in an unfinished map before the hype begins to fade? That window of time is closing. As they begin to let more and more people into play-test microtransactions, they're going to keep a close eye on the revenue that's generating. If the major influencers move on, the player base dips, and the Skate points fail to captivate wallets, EA will likely pull the plug as they've done before. Billions in yearly revenue, but don't expect them to keep their server racks hot. Now I guess the only thing left to say is, go on. Prove me wrong.
So, Skate 4. Nope.
Yeah, single player's cut.
Single player's
I've had
cut.
enough of it.